Today in the United States of America, we celebrate Independence Day, and as we do so, we look at a different year, a year in which we recognize the challenges that the pandemic have brought upon us. We recognize the illnesses and death of many people, the loss of work for so many. And we also recognize the amount of work that still needs to be done in our country, work of seeking that peace that the Lord offers to us. And yet that peace can only be found in justice. And through justice, we look at the responsibility of all people seeking to live that out. We seek to follow Jesus, and much like his disciples, are aware, hopefully, of the many blessings that we have, most clearly in this country with so many natural resources and gifts, but also, especially, the gift of so many different people coming together from different nationalities, creeds, looking at a new world, looking at a new opportunity. And each and every one of us have a responsibility to seek to try to make that dream true for all people, no matter where we're from, no matter what we look like, no matter what we believe, that we look to our Lord as our guide, and in that guidance to love tenderly, to come before the Lord humbly, and to seek that justice for all equally. As we celebrate this 4th of July, this Independence Day, let us truly give thanks for the blessings that this country has received, but also realize the work that we still need to do, that within that realization of following Jesus, of seeking to especially care for the marginalized, for those on the periphery, those who are looked down upon, those who are marginalized, that God helps us to understand this is where we'll find his presence. This is where we find the fullness of our life. As we seek to walk with all people, may we celebrate truly our freedoms, our inalienable rights, a gift from God made us in his image to share in those blessings, that we continue to work in our prayer life, in our spiritual lives, in our home lives, in our communities, and in our country to help develop and bring about that understanding. An understanding that as Christians, as Catholics, that we look to primarily to Jesus. But in looking at Jesus, we look at how Jesus was brought into this world through Mary. And today, as we celebrate the first Saturday, we at 10:30 today have our Marian devotions, but we look to Mary as that model for us, who so willingly sought to do God's will, to bring Jesus into our world. As our model, as the patron of the United States, may we turn to Mary and recognize, how do we bring Jesus' presence into our world today? How is it that we work together? How is it that we humbly come before Lord, realizing our weaknesses, our past failures, and seeking God's grace to turn and do better, working together, lifting up all people, and in that lifting up to truly seek the peace that only God can give. As we do so, may we celebrate and give thanks, but may we also realize the work that yet has to be done, and in that work and in that grace to truly share with one another, seeking to work together in unity, in love, and in grace.